Hi, my name is Ashley Orr, and I decided to read Stranger in the Woods by Carl R. Sams II and Jean Stoic. This book is most appropriate for third graders. The center that I will be discussing is designed for medium level readers. When the students come to the center, they will find the activity packet that is organized similarly to Shelley Gray's in her YouTube video that provides many helpful tips and ideas for effective center setup. The first thing that the students will pull out of the baggie is the center instructions. The center instructions state: 1. Take one paper per student out of the baggie. 2. Write your name and the date on the paper. 3. Complete the activity with the given materials. 4. Use whispering voices when speaking. Be respectful by listening to each other. And 5. Clean up your area. Place the materials back in the baggie for the next group. Once they've read the instructions, they will then pull out the deleted scene instructions and the materials that go along with the activity. The instructions state: after listening to Stranger in the Woods on audiobook, work together as a group to create a deleted scene from the book. You may use the hard copy of the book if needed, which will be provided. It could be before, during, or after the story. Use the provided sheets of paper to create a script. Write the name of each person in the group next to their character's name and the lines they will say. Then, perform the scene. I have given them a sheet to write the script. They will be expected to include a script title and write out the script on this paper and follow along with the rubric that goes along with the activity. I chose this activity because it requires students to use higher order thinking skills to create a deleted scene that makes sense with the sequence of the book, and it gives them an opportunity to work together to perform the scene. Now they will be graded based on this rubric and based on two standards, which state: write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, descriptive details, and clear event sequences. A. Establish a situation and introduce a narrator and/or characters. Organize an event sequence that unfolds naturally. B. Use dialogue and descriptions of action, thoughts, and feelings to develop experiences and events to show the response of characters to situations. C. Use temporal words or phrases to signal event order. D. Provide a sense of closure. And use knowledge of language and its conventions when writing, speaking, reading, or listening. A. Choose words or phrases for effect. And B. Recognize and observe differences between the conventions of spoken and written standard English. The students will have an opportunity to earn up to 16 points based on the 4-point scale and the 4 areas that they will be graded on. The 4 areas include following directions, the script, the performance, and the neatness of the center. Following directions, starting at 4 and going down, state: I followed all of the directions without errors. I mostly followed the directions. I followed some of the directions, or I did not follow the directions. For the script, starting at 4 and going down, states: a group script was excellently written for a deleted scene that makes sense and has 2 or less grammar errors. A group script was adequately written for a deleted scene that makes sense and has 3 to 5 grammar errors. A group script was fairly written for a deleted scene that is somewhat hard to understand and has 5 to 8 grammar errors. Or, a group script was written that did not make sense that had 9 or more grammar errors, or a group script was not written. for performance, starting at 4 and going down, states, I acted out my part with excellence by using expression. I adequately acted out the part using some expression. I fairly acted out my part by using a small amount of expression. Or I acted out my part in a monotone voice, or I did not act out my part. Lastly, for neatness, starting at 4 and going down, the center is clean, all trash is thrown away, and is exactly the way I found it for the next group. The center is mostly clean, most trash is thrown away, and it is ready for the next group. The center is somewhat messy, trash is left around the table, and is somewhat ready for the next group. And lastly, the center is messy, no trash is thrown away, and it is not ready for the next group. This concludes my discussion on the Medium Level Readers Center.